All right, so I'm gonna compare the oldest Espada to the newest Espada. So the one currently that you can buy right now. Um, so so I'm gonna go over some of the differences and similarities, and I'll just start. I'll just start with the similarities right now. So they're both 5.5 inch blades. They're both 4 millimeters thick. Um, the handles are both G10. Oh, and the handles 7 inches wide. And the ergonomics are the same on both of these. So same shape of handles too. So and they both have the triad lock, and the screws and everything are the same too. Same size screws, torque screws. So now the differences. I'll 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 talk about the blades in the end because that's like the most important thing for me. But handle wise, so first of all, like the most obvious is the texturing. Um, and this one, texturing on this one is like way rougher than the new one. A lot of people would sand like this little part right here that where the pocket clip touches the G10. They would sand this part down, or some people would even put like JB Weld or something like that to smooth this out so that it wouldn't tear up their pants. Me personally, I don't really care. I mean, my pants are kind of like my pants pockets are kind of like torn up because I put it, I use this knife and I put it in and take it out and stuff, and I don't really mind. Also, just they both have a wave plate feature that basically lets you open the knife using your pants too, your pants pocket. So just a heads up. So this grabs on when you when you take it out of your pocket. If you just push against your pocket, this will grab on to your pants and then open the knife for you. So just a heads up, if you use this will tear up your pocket like little by little. But I don't really mind. So here's the look on this one, and just to compare it, let me see. Compare them both. You can see there's a really big difference. Holding it, I mean, like when you hold it, this feels. I mean, this doesn't feel like your hand's gonna slip or whatever. But this one just, I mean, it's like way grippier. So I don't know if that matters to anybody. I like that it's grippier personally because I don't really care about like tearing up my pants pocket. So another thing that's different too is so these have steel liners to this point here, and that's the same with this one too. So they both have steel liners. They're the same in that design, but this one, you see the little jimping there. It's less aggressive or just less pronounced. Let's say that, less pronounced. And one way to kind of show it visually is this. So look at the what is this, lock bar? So look at the lock bar when you see it, okay? So when you turn it, so you see the jimping a little bit, but you're seeing the lock bar too. See that? Just from another angle. I don't know if there's a difference, but just in case there is. See? So, and here's the old one. You see that? So I can still see the jimping, even though it's turned this much. But look, watch. Jimping. And I actually see the jimping on the other side before I even see the lock bar in the center. So this is much more pronounced than this one in that sort of sense. I personally think this is kind of a Cold Steel probably. I mean, I don't want to talk for him, but if I had to guess, I'm guessing that this is kind of Cold Steel, just like making they're making this knife as grippy as possible without it being aggressive. So a lot of people have complained that the texture and everything's too rough. on the older models, so I'm guessing that's why they went to this like, you know, less aggressive grip. So personally, I prefer this one. Like I said, I don't really care about my pants and stuff. I would prefer, if I'm holding something, for it to stay where it's supposed to be. So ergonomics helps a lot in that sort of sense, because the ergonomics are like super nice in this. But you know, when you put your thumb here, you know, when you put your hand anywhere, you know, you still have your you still have the texture helping you out anyways. So all right, so and then on blade shape. So first I'm gonna talk about the grind. So the new ones, and all the previous Espadas before this have been hollow grind. So it surprised me this is a flat grind on this one. So it's, I don't know how to show this actually, but yeah, I think this, yeah, maybe this kind of shows it. So they have all been hollow grinds before, and this is a hollow grind. I'll show you that one too in a second. I actually prefer a flat grind personally. And here's this one. I can show this. You can kind of see it maybe. There you go, kind of. If you look at the, here where the grind starts, you can kind of see a curvature there. I prefer a flat grind personally, because just in general they're stronger. And then also if you cut something, like let's say, you know, like you're cutting cardboard or something like that, it basically, when you're cutting something, it goes, and then right when it gets to the part where I'll draw this too. So a flat grind, I mean a hollow grind, and this is exaggerated of course. So once it gets to this point where it gets wider, you feel some resistance basically of whatever material you're cutting. A flat grind, it's a little bit smoother, I think, but you can get a hollow grind a lot sharper than a flat grind, just because it's thinner behind the edge, unless you make the flat grind like super thin, like a kitchen knife kind of deal. But a hollow grind is usually sharper, but it's weaker. So I personally like a flat grind. In this one, I wouldn't actually change that. I like how it looks like a flat grind. I like how it cuts as a flat grind too. So I personally wouldn't change it on this one, but this is stronger though. Blade material, this is Aus 8, and this is Aus 10A. So this one is going to be a little bit harder to sharpen, but also its edge, you get more life on your edge. So you'll have you'll have an edge for a longer time, a good edge for a longer time. And this one rusts faster than this one. I've been carrying this one more, but you can see little dots and stuff, little rust spots. I mean, I oil this every now and then, so I'll use it for a while, for like a couple weeks, and then oil and use it again for a couple weeks and stuff like that. So that is a big difference too. This is like a tougher. Well, I don't know about tougher actually. It's just more. It'll keep an edge longer. It'll rust less, and the design of this is a tougher design. Having a wider blade gives you more toughness too. Design wise, this would be tougher also because there is more material there, because it's a wider blade than this one. And then satin finish on this blade. This is a satin finish, and this is a stone wash finish. So besides all that, blade shape. So okay, when you look at something and you see the design of it, you can kind of tell, you know, what it's for. And I mean, this, yeah, they're both for self-defense, and they're also just for general use. That's what they're meant for. But mostly for self-defense. But in my opinion, this is a more self-defense orientated design. This thinner blade, thinner tip, is just more. It's meant for penetration. It's meant for being pokey, basically. This is yeah. It's, you know, same thing. You can also, you know, poke with this, but just to me, the design of it, it's meant to be also to be able to cut, but it's not more. It's not as, I'm just gonna keep saying pokey, pokey orientated as this one. I can't think of a better word for it. That doesn't sound, you know, that doesn't sound bad. So just, this one's much more pokey orientated than this one. And when it comes to self-defense, especially with a knife this size, cutting is not really like, it's you want a pokey design. Let's put it that way. You want a pokey design when it comes to self-defense. So just in general, and then aesthetics too. Just, all right. So look, I'm not really trying to convince you, but I kind of sort of am. So all right, so just look at the lines then. I mean, it's just like the width of this handle with the width of this blade goes like super nice, just in terms of aesthetics. The way it looks, and then, you know, both ways, to me is just very, very nicely designed. So this one has same handle. Once again, this just seems like a cutting knife. And you can feel this is more forward heavy. I don't know if it'll show up. So here's let's see where the balance point is. See if it doesn't want to flip on me. Oh. All right. Spend like a few minutes doing this. All right. So it's around there. All right. It's around there. And this guy is basically a little bit forward. Basically where your finger goes. Right there. So if I try to do with this guy the same thing, see, it's a lot more forward heavy. So this guy's balanced like right where your finger is, which isn't much of a difference from here to here, but just to show you the weight difference on the blade itself. So same everything, except, you know, the blade has more material because of the grind and then also the shape. So I personally go with this one, but these they only made them for, well, it was the first design they came out with. I don't know how many years they had them for, but when they changed the design, they were still using Aus 8 for this knife, and then they changed the design to this, but a hollow grind. So, and then they had this general design up until now. So they had it in Aus 8. So if you get an Aus 8 knife, they have some that have this general shape except hollow grind, and then they'll have, if you get CTSX HP, same knife design, you know, I don't want to keep saying it, but hollow grind, and then now Aus 10A. So same shape. This was the first one, but they just jumped from this to this, and this design's been going on for a lot longer. So if you can, these are kind of hard to find now, but I would definitely get this one. In terms of sharpness and stuff like that, they sharpen nice. Let me actually try it. I actually haven't. I've had this for a while, but I haven't. So let me try this one first. This is still the factory sharpness. Oh. Still the factory sharpness. Oh. All right, I keep trying to look at the camera and then like I get distracted. So this one I sharpened. Oh, wait. Let's see, and they're about the same now. So you can sharpen these. I mean, Aus 8 sharpens really nice, like super nice. Whoa, sorry about that. Aus 10A, I still haven't sharpened this, but it's not this one, but it seems to sharpen like pretty good too. So I mean, I don't see much of a difference, but in terms of what you can get. So basically, I would recommend this one, but this one does have a lot of changes that it might be nice, better to some people. But just wanted to point some of the differences out, just in case anybody's out there trying to buy one. All right. So bye.